basically, just sharing with you my own personal experience as well as my professional experience. Yeah. I grew up in a family of violent. Yeah. How many of you have went through certain trauma kind of thing? Yeah. Not many of us. Yeah. But the trauma that I went through is not the normal PTSD. I think you all know about PTSD, but mine is the complex trauma. I don't know whether you've heard of it or not. Yeah. And as a child, I grew up in a family with family violence. I witnessed how my father abused physically to my mom, okay, pulling the hands, okay, kicking her, push her, and hit the wall, that kind of stuff. Yeah. As a young child, I feel helpless. Yeah, I have two older siblings, my brothers and my sister. They also, we were afraid. We did not do anything about it. Yeah, of course, we are not spared. As a child, three of us, we are not spared. Okay? We've been beaten by my father. Yeah, and how many of you have experienced hit by your parents using a cane? Cane, I believe quite a number of them. Yeah. What about a leather belt? Yeah. Can you imagine how a leather belt? Don't be short. Okay. That kind of pain, yeah, hit onto your body and leave that kind of scar. Okay, yeah, it's not that simple. It's painful at the short, but then the pain remains very long time. Yeah, and of course, we were helpless. We cannot do anything, and my mother suffering. I believe that back then my mother suffered a depression. Okay, and of course, and we are neglected, emotionally neglected. How many of you heard of this term called childhood emotional neglect? Not many of you. Yeah. Okay, good. Yeah. And because of my mom and my dad, okay, yeah, I was three of us. I would say that my siblings and myself, okay, we were emotionally neglected as a child. Yeah. And of course, as an introvert, I'm an introvert. Yeah. I don't have friends. I don't talk about my feelings. Yeah. And the only toys I would say that that I played in my childhood days. How many of you have played with buttons? Buttons. Okay, because my father is a tailor, was a tailor. Okay, there's a lot of colorful buttons, right? Yeah, that is my toys. Okay, I have thousands of armies, different colors, and in general, a lot of things that I can imagine. Yeah, I'm quite a creative person, I would say. Left-handed, that way. Okay, yeah, and of course, other than that, yeah, my younger brothers was around 10 years apart. He was born accidentally. Okay, and back then we did not know what happened to him. He refused to go to study. And then same thing as a child. Okay, I saw my father use the belt, same thing, and hit him. He refused to go to school, and shouting, all the things, but we don't know what happened to him. Yeah. And at the last stage, we then recognize that he has this leukemia, the last stage of leukemia. Yeah. And very soon, after the checkup, less than 6 months, it's gone. It was gone. Yeah. And being the family of, I'm considered the youngest back then. Yeah. We don't talk about our pain. We don't talk about emotions. Okay? We hide our emotions. Yeah. I believe that some of us, especially for guys, we don't express our emotions, right? Yeah. And same thing as an introvert, I don't talk about it, and I hide, until I've been an adult. Okay. And how many of you called the police officer to arrest your father? Any one of you? No. I did that. Okay. When I was big enough, okay, about 17, 18, because I could not stand my mother being abused by my father, okay, I protected my mother. I stand in front, okay, in between my father and my mother, okay. And yet my brothers and my sister, they are too afraid of doing that. Yeah. And I called the police and to arrest him. Yeah. And how many of you have the courage of doing that? Because I know that I need to protect my mom, okay, and to protect ourselves. Of course, you know what happened? I became a police officer. Okay, I became a police officer. Of course, but then other than that, right, okay, being a police officer, yeah, I become very capable. I mean, last time I know that many years ago, police officers went to home visits, okay, and shared about crime prevention, right? But the resident, other than, I mean, hearing my crime prevention tips, okay, they share about their stories, their family stories, their problems. And I realized that I like to be a capo. I like to listen to stories. And I remember one of these ladies who tried to commit suicide, jumped down. I was the first police officer arrived, and I managed to talk to her, and then we became friends. Yeah. And that was the time that I realized that, hey, what is my goal? What is my goal that I want to be? And later realized I find my mission, I find my passion. I became a counselor. I quit my job as a police officer. I studied psychology degree. Back then I only have diploma. And then I furthered my study of master in counseling. And now, at the age of 53, okay, I'm pursuing my doctorate in applied psychology. Yeah. Of course, I mean saying that, right? I'm also a relationship coach. I'm a trauma therapy, okay? And a lot of people know that trauma. But how many of you really realize that the effects of trauma, okay? And because of this trauma, I nearly lost my marriage. Yeah, because I don't know what was going on back then in my 20s. By the way, I married at the age of 23. And this December, we are celebrating our 30 years anniversary. Of course, in my marriage life, because of my own trauma, I did not realize it, yeah, and it really affects. And also, one of the things that I don't know whether how many of you have gone through, like having yourself or your kids having special needs. Yeah, I have ADHD traits. Yeah, and it's not diagnosed. I told myself that I'm self-diagnosed, but my psychiatry friends in IMH said that Vincent, you cannot self-diagnose. Yeah, you only have the traits. Yeah, and I don't bother to go for diagnosis. But some of them, adults, they went for diagnosis, but I don't bother about it. And interesting thing is that my wife has OCD traits. Can you imagine an ADHD staying with OCD? Wow, that's fantastic, right? A spark, right? Yeah. And yeah, and that is what we have been doing. And for the first 5 years, we really quarrel like mad, okay? And there's a lot of frustrations, and that's where I feel like I want to throw, both of us want to throw the white flag, divorce. Yeah. But because I encountered something, yeah, amazing, okay, my faith, yeah, our faith in God, yeah, and it helped us, yeah, to really to look at it, and then it helped me to save my marriage. And today, I'm proud to say that, yeah, I'm a trauma guy, okay? If any one of you think that trauma doesn't affect you, think, yeah, I'm also a subconscious, okay, coach, yeah, and looking at the subconscious of your mind, okay, and whatever things that, if let's say you are stuck and doesn't have any results, it might be because of your subconscious, yeah, patterns, yeah. And with that, thank you very much.
Thank you, Mr. Vincent. Right.